What can Lincoln 5th graders do with the ARKYD Space Telescope? So class, you maybe have heard that Planetary Resources, they're a company in Seattle, they actually want to mine asteroids, which is get the natural resources from asteroids. But one of the things they want to do to popularize science is to put a small space telescope, roughly the size of a wastebasket, to look at whatever you folks want to look at. So what I'd like you to brainstorm is, what are some things that our class could do with time on the space telescope?
Well, one of the things we could do was we could totally use this in our space unit in the spring.
Could we look for other living things in space?
Yeah, that sounds cool. Are you talking about aliens, maybe?
Yeah, because my mom said that there are aliens.
What about like space objects, like asteroids, like comets?
Oh, yeah. You know, I've heard that comets have really long tails. It'd be cool to like see how long they are and like be able to figure out the distance from the beginning to the end of it. Wow, do you guys hear anything? Hear a little something.
That's a rampaging dinosaur.
Oh my gosh, watch out for it.
What about, remember we learned about explorers? What if we were explorers in space?
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
good idea.
Maybe like Columbus, but out in space.
So like writing, like a project or something?
Yes.
What if we had to write what we wanted that telescope to look at? Like we had to persuade or have an opinion of, like if you wanted to have space objects and I wanted to look at comets and you wanted to look at for aliens.
We have a competition.
Ooh, a competition.
A writing competition.
What were you thinking? What was that? Oh, yeah. What our friend here just told me in a whisper voice was that, you know, with the Common Core and all the writing that you have to do, this would fit perfectly into that. So we'd make sure that we were hitting lots of Common Core standards.
I think my favorite is the Space Explorers idea.
Ooh, Space Explorers. I think the competition, because
I like competitions.
and when you know that something is the end result, like you're actually going to win something, it makes it even more motivating. So I think that we would give the best writing that we could, especially, and spark some interest in people maybe whose space is not their favorite topic.
I'll say we could even, what if we had some sort of, I'm totally drawing a blank on what I'm trying to say, like a little invention that we could like add to once we started learning about the telescope. Like we could come up with some things to add to the telescope to help it.
Oh.
Like a little invention unit, or we could have
Yeah.
some sort of art unit to go with it that we got to make our own 3D like models in class.
Next generation standards.
Yeah, we
What? Some
mentioned a
STEM
little bit
activities?
the next generation science standards, and a big part of that is engineering.
Part of STEM is solving a real life problem, right? So that would combine what you were just talking about with having to add something and explain why. You know, that real life problem solving.
And maybe if we get really good at our persuasive writing, we could write the company and say,
Oh, yep.
you know, our 5th graders thought of this idea.
A real audience to write to.